Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this broadcast of high school football on NKTelco Sports. We are at Cardinals Stadium at New Bremen High School, where the visiting Versailles Tigers come in at 3-0, and they're going to take on the home New Bremen Cardinals, also at 3-0. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: Keyhole Pizza, First National Bank, Precision Strip, Emerson Climate Technologies, Carriage Works, Grand Lake Health, Kogi Plumbing and Heating, Lincoln Electric and Automation, Minster Bank, New Knoxville Supply, Pratt Industries, Wagner's IGA, Wilson Health, Winners Meats, Speedway Lanes, and of course NKTelco. My name is Scott Fry. I'm going to have all the action tonight for you and some stats as we go through the game. To my left, I got our expert cameraman, Mr. Jim Miller. And we are comfortably set atop the press box here at New Bremen High School, looking forward to what should be a good matchup. These two schools have played each other very closely in the last few seasons. The Cardinals notching their first ever win against Versailles just 2 years ago on the way to their state title, and then Versailles eked out the Cardinals on the way to their state title last year. So typical MAC football, everybody's going to state and everybody's winning championships. So the visiting Versailles Tigers come in with a record of 3 wins and no losses. Week 1, they opened up against Salina, took down the WBL Bulldogs 31-6, and they went home to Whole Field, took on the Fort Loramie Redskins. Very tight ball game there. They ended up winning that one 26-21. Good test. Fort Loramie always year in, year out a strong program. And then last week they made the long drive, the longest drive in the MAC. They headed up to Delphos St. John's, take on the Fighting Blue Jays up there, and they came away victorious 31-0. And as I mentioned last season, congratulations to head coach Ryan Jones and the Versailles football program, as they were your Division V state champions, the 7th one in their program's history. They took down the Kirtland Hornets by a final score of 20-16. Again, Division V state champions last year, the Versailles Tigers. You see them entering the field. You hear the Versailles marching band with the fight song. And Ryan Jones in his 4th year at the helm, and he has got this program on cruise control. Great season last year, an excellent season the year before, and they hope for good things this year. And I anticipate a great ball game. Both teams matching up very nicely. Some returning lettermen that should be making a difference tonight for Coach Jones. The quarterback, Connor Stonebreaker, running back, Max Garrett, Jared Lyons on the O-line, D-line, Lucas Stammen, O-line, linebacker, Michael Osborne at wideout. Should be some difference makers tonight for Versailles. And then a couple of up-and-coming young guys, Caden Starkey, O-line linebacker, Michael Mankey, O-line defensive line, and Ross Francis, running back linebacker. A couple of guys that he's looking for big things this season from the younger part of the lineup. On the New Bremen Cardinals side of the ledger, Chris Schmidt comes into his 8th year of coaching. Last season, by Cardinal standards, maybe a little disappointment. They bowed out in the second round of the playoffs to Tri-Village after having a decent lead in the first half. Cardinals finished the year 8-4, great record, 7-3 in the MAC. Versailles finished in the MAC 9-1, and that was good enough for second place in the MAC. They lost to the Marion Local Flyers, who went on to win the state title in Division 7. But the Cardinals, coming off of a state title in 2020, district final loss to Tri-Village, opened up their season this year 28-0 here at Cardinal Stadium. We had that one for you. That was against the Lima Bath Wildcats. Then they went on the road to Sydney and took on the Lehman Catholic Cavaliers and blanked them as well, 41-0. And then in week 3, the Cardinals out to Rockford to open up their MAC, that's Midwest Athletic Conference play, and they took down the Parkway Panthers by a score of 34-7. And if I understand correctly, looking at statistics and things, this Cardinal defense at the varsity level has yet to be scored on. Those 7 points came in late stages of that game versus Parkway. So very stingy defense, particularly at the line of scrimmage for the Cardinals. So very much looking forward to a well-contested battle tonight. It is homecoming here in New Bremen. Congratulations to senior Evan Iyink and senior Molly Deuce. That's your homecoming king and queen in that order, as you see the Cardinals led out by the cheerleaders. And they are going to come onto their sidelines and get loosened up as we get ready for high school football here on NKTelco Sports.
I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Welcome back to Cardinal Stadium. Good evening, friends. Another beautiful night for high school football action here. Week 4, second week of the Midwest Athletic Conference play. Both of these teams come in 2-0 out of conference, 1-0 in conference, and the Cardinals did win the coin toss, and they deferred, as is pretty customary for Coach Schmidt. He likes to defend the west goal and make the visitors head into the sun here in the late stages of a Friday evening, which does pose a challenge. Cardinals on the left of your screen in the crimson tops, white pant, white numerals. Hunter Schaefer, number 28, getting ready to kick things off, and he is going to kick back there to Michael Osborne, number 17, and I believe that's number 11, and Osborne's going to field it at about the 3 over the 10, 15, cuts inside, and he'll be brought down across the 25 to maybe the 27. In there on the tackle for the Cardinals, that's number 44, Jonathan Heitkamp. And so Versailles will start on offense. We'll get your Emerson Climate Technologies starting lineup for the Versailles offense at wide receiver. Number 2, A.J. Griesdorn, also wide receiver. This is Michael Osborne. He wears number 17. We just saw him on that kick return. At quarterback, Connor Stonebreaker in the shotgun. He's got with him on his left hip. Let me get that number for you just a second. And that is going to be Garrett, number 9, Joel Garrett, the running back. He'll gain about 7 on the play. Titus Garrett, fullback, will also see some reps, number 44. And then the O-line up front, left tackle Jared Lyons. Left guard Lucas Stammen, center Andrew Clark, right guard Zach Cordonier, right tackle Alex Gilmore, and then the tight end Ethan Stover as Stonebreaker looks across to Coach Jones to get the play, and Versailles with a nice short second down, and now Stonebreaker's going to keep it, and boy, oh boy, the Cardinals fill the hole. That is senior David Holman. He wears jersey number 5, and he closes the door on that play. Cardinals on defense, your Emerson Climate Technology starters look like this. Across the front line, number 58, Carter Elking. Number 57, Nolan Kinning. Number 68, Marcus Spielman. And then the right end is 23, Ben Saylor. Linebackers, Dylan Bombauer, 25, Evan Eying, 56. Defensive backs, 13, Dylan Kramer. Far side, number 1, Aaron Tiemann. Here's the toss to Garrett, and he will get enough for first down. The ball is out, and it squirts all the way out, almost near midfield, but the side judge is going to say that that runner was down before the ball came out, so no turnover. But that is enough for a Tiger first down. Continuing with the Cardinal Emerson Climate Control starters on defense, David Holman at safety number 5. Also at safety number 21, Troy Holman. The corners, Aaron Tiemann, number 1, and number 13, Dylan Kramer. Keyhole Pizza, keys to the game. And we'll go ahead and start with the Versailles keys to the game since they are on offense. Let me get that out for you here. And Garrett's going to take it on the right side, and this is what Versailles loves to do, man. They just like to pound the football. And they're going to get about 4 yards, and the Cardinal D-line has been pretty stingy this year. So this should be an interesting matchup. Cardinals really going to see what they've got here on defense as they face a formidable running attack by the Versailles Tigers. So Keyhole Pizza, keys to the win for Coach Ryan Jones. Talked with him this week. He's in his 4th season. They want to win the turnover battle. They want to tackle well. They do not want broken tackles. And then they want to have more explosive big plays than the Cardinals. Stonebreaker, first pass, goes to the outside on the right side. And coming down with that is number 11. And they're going to call it incomplete. That's Peyton Plattfoot, the senior over there. So third down and a long 6, maybe 7 for Versailles. We'll get to the Cardinals' Keyhole Pizza keys to the game when they flip and go on offense. So third down, a big one already in the early going, 9:23 to go. If you're just joining us, welcome aboard. Scott Fry here, really excited to call all the action on a beautiful Friday evening. It's homecoming. I'd like to thank the athletic director here in New Bremen, Chad Wells, for his hospitality having us here. Stonebreaker rolls out to his left, and right there on defense for the Cardinals again, David Holman breaking that up. Pass was intended for the fullback, Titus Garrett. It falls harmlessly to the turf, and Versailles is forced to punt. So the Cardinal defense getting it done at their first opportunity. A.J. Greastorn now, the junior, is going to go ahead and handle the kicking duties for the Tigers. Back for the Cardinals at their own 25. That's Aaron Tiemann wearing jersey number 1, and David Holman on the left in number 5. Greastorn, nice kick. Got a little tailwind with him. Fumbled the catch. Now David Holman's going to get tackled down inside the 15 at about the 14. So nice job getting down there on special teams for Versailles. I believe that was number 9, Joel Garrett. Number 11, Peyton Plattfoot on that special teams tackle. Nice play there for the Tigers. The Cardinals will start off 1st and 10, all backed up. Keyhole Pizza, keys to the game for the Cardinals. Let me get those lined up here for you. They want to limit the big plays from the Versailles offense. They want to contain number 17. That's Michael Osborne, the wideout. He will be handling the ball a lot for Coach Jones. Holman back to pass right off the first play. A little miscommunication there. Ben Saylor, I don't think, was expecting the football so quickly, so that'll be an incomplete pass. And the Cardinals now, 2nd down and 10. They also want to win the turnover battle. That's pretty standard in football. Typically, when you win the turnover battle, you win the game. Not always the case, but probably 80% of the time. And then they want to win the special teams battles as well. So, incomplete on 1st down for the Cardinals. And now a quick hitter on the outside. This is Dylan Bombauer, very close to a Cardinal 1st down. We'll see where they spot that.
He's knocked out of bounds by number 58. Lucas Stallman. Looks to be 3rd and 2.
So they mark him out of bounds 2 yards short of the 1st down. But again, a gain of 8 by Bombauer on that catch. So little quick hitter outside. Now Holman's going to keep it. You'll see this a lot tonight. He's over the 30, 35, couple stiff arms, little Josh Allen action out there. If anybody saw the NFL opener last night, a couple brutal stiff arms, and David Holman is out near midfield with a large 1st down for the Cardinals.
Ball spotted at the Cardinal 45.
Gain of about 23. So Holman's first run, and that is what he does. He is a tough one to tackle. He looks pretty slender, but man, is he strong, and he can make guys miss, either shifty running or just that stiff arm. You'll see that a lot tonight. Cardinals run that shotgun wing T. Hunter Schaefer now, very patient runner, tries to bounce it outside. A gap closed, B gap closed, tries to get outside left tackle, and Versailles says, no way, Jose.
By number 53, Mitchell Bay brings up 2nd down.
So 2nd down and 10 now for the Cardinals. Hunter Schaefer will probably get the bulk of the carries in the backfield tonight. Senior has off to a good start. Dylan Bombauer now, another catch, this time on the right side. And now you're going to get a flag. Looked like number 7 came in a little late and maybe led with this helmet. We'll see what the call will be. Pickup of 9. So Bombauer, 2 catches for 17 total yards. And let's see. Dead ball, personal foul on the defense. So it's going to be either late hit or targeting. I don't know if targeting is in high school, but it was definitely a headshot. So
Cardinals will have it 1st and 10 at the 31 of the Tigers.
First penalty of the night goes against Versailles. And the Cardinals pick up 15 yards, and they have it 1st and 10 at the Versailles 31. Cardinal starters on offense: David Holman at quarterback, Hunter Schaefer running back, Aaron Tiemann one wide out, Number 13, Gavin Dickey, the other wide out. Dylan Baumbauer, Ben Saylor, the tight ends. And here goes David Holman, loose again. And he's going to get down inside the 25 to about the 23.
He's knocked out of bounds by number 24, Braden Henry.
Pickup of about 8.
On the play, brings up 2nd and 2.
And that's what David Holman gives you on offense. You have to respect his legs. He's probably a little more dangerous running the ball than throwing the ball, although as a 3-year starter now for New Bremen, 2-year starter now, his passing game has come along. Much more accurate this season than last, and he is a threat to throw the ball. And Cardinals got 2 good wide receivers in Aaron Tiemann and Gavin Dickey. Now the gives to Hunter Schaefer. He's got a little gap on the right side. He's down over the 20, and that'll be enough. That 4-yard run is enough for a Cardinal first down. And Titus Garrett in there on the tackle for the Tigers on defense, number 44 from his linebacking position. On the defensive side of the ball, the starters for Versailles. Let me get those for you. Again, our starters, very thankful for Emerson Climate Technologies bringing us our starters. As you see, Aaron Tiemann on the carry, gain of 2. Just want to note that for my stats. Cardinals, you'll see a lot of different guys handling the football. Emerson Climate Technology starters on defense. Across the front, left end Dominic Bargy. Nose Travis Dirksen. Right tackle Jared Lyons. Right end Mitchell Bay. Corners Peyton Platfoot, Colton Groff. Linebackers Ethan Stover, Lucas Stammen. Titus Garrett, Braden Henry. And then free safety Michael Osborne. And David Holman will pick up about 4 down to the 12. So 3 carries, 35 yards for the Cardinals senior signal caller. Off to a nice start running the ball. And New Bremen marching along here. They've got 3 first downs on this opening drive. Their opening drive on defense, Versailles did get a first down, and then the Cardinal defense tightened up, forced a punt, and New Bremen on their opening drive of the contest, moving well, a little misdirection counter. Hunter Schaefer slips a tackle inside the 10. 5, touchdown! Hunter Schaefer making guys miss to the house. Nice run, Hunter Schaefer from the 12-yard line. That was all Hunter Schaefer. 12 yards to pay dirt. And back to kick now. This is number 28 for the Cardinals. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 5:55 to go, triple nickels on the clock. Hunter Schaefer puts the icing on the cake as he makes his own extra point following his touchdown run. It's New Bremen 7, Versailles 0 here on NKTelco Sports.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen. And check us out on Facebook.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Welcome back to Cardinal Stadium here at New Bremen High School, and the Cardinals draw first blood in this battle of the MAC Titans. Both teams in undefeated. A lot of playoff points, computer points on the table. Versailles drops to Division 6 this year based on enrollment. The Cardinals hold steady at D7. either team, whoever wins this one, is going to pick up some computer points because both of these teams are going to win their share of contests. And you see that ball fielded by Versailles' number 11, Peyton Platfoot. Nice return out over the 30 to the 31. So impressive opening drive for the Cardinals. They picked up 4 first downs, if you call that touchdown a first down. One of those first downs did come courtesy of the Versailles defense. A little late hit on the home boundary gave the Cardinals an extra 15 yards. They had already picked up a first down on the play, and that was just additional yardage. So impressive opening drive. Nice balance of run and pass for the Cardinals. Now Versailles back to work. Connor Stonebreaker, the give to Garrett. He's going to go right up the middle. Big hole. Dylan Bombauer in there. Ben Saylor in there on the tackle, but not before Garrett grabs 4 yards. And that's his 3rd carry of the night that I have. And he's got a total of 9 yards. So nice run there. Versailles making some nice holes up front. And that's really the battle I was most curious to see tonight is the line play. Versailles always solid blocking, solid D-line. And the Cardinals' offensive and defensive lines have really been impressive this year. So with two teams who like to pound the ball and run the ball, this is going to be a real slobber knocker. 2 receivers now outright. That's Osborne in the slot. And boy, oh boy, the Cardinals sniffed that one out. And they pick up Joel Garrett at the point of attack. No gain. David Holman comes up from his safety position in run support. Wokley Gugeg now going to come in, number 20, the senior. He'll run the ball a couple of times. He'll also come out in like nickel packages. As you see now, Versailles goes to 5 receivers. So the Cardinals having to mix up their defense just a little bit. You've got Joel Garrett in the closest slot. Michael Osborne outside of him on the right. And back to pass, Stonebreaker design run. Big hole up the middle. Nice play there for the Tigers. And it looks like Stonebreaker's going to, yes, he will get 2 yards past the marker. So a gain of 8. And Marcus Spielman on the tackle, but not before Stonebreaker picks up a Versailles first down. Nice play there. They stretch out the defense from side to side. I'm always a big fan of that. Get those guys out of the box. And then a design quarterback run and a big hole over the left hip of the center between center guard and Stonebreaker, a big kid. Gosh, he goes 6'8", 205. Now Garrett up the middle, another good-sized hole, but the Cardinals close the door just a couple yards. Looks like, yep, 2 on the carry. So that's 4 carries, 11 yards. And an interesting development here in Cardinal football the last probably 3 years now is the luxury, if you will, of rotating D linemen in. And man, does that pay big dividends late in the game, late third quarter and into the fourth quarter. You saw Noah Kelly, number 74, rotate in for Coach Chris Schmidt in his 8th year. Coach Schmidt has really built a nice program here with his coaching staff. And now Stonebreaker rolls right, and he's going to skip that one in very close, and the receiver's going to say that's a catch. As the fullback did a great job, Titus Garrett, of getting down under that ball. And now they're going to say no catch. So Stonebreaker is 0 for tonight throwing the ball. He's made 3 passing attempts, and he is 0 for. And so the Cardinals again find themselves in the envious defensive position of 3rd down and long. Ball at the 46 of Versailles. Titus Garrett going to line up behind the right tackle. Empty backfield. And Stonebreaker rolling right. Cardinals trying to get some pursuit on that. Ball's tipped by Evan Eyink and falls harmlessly to the turf. So the Cardinal defense holds serve. Similar to the opening drive, they pick up 1 first down on the ground. They try to throw the ball, and you see defensive coordinator Marcus Overman in his first year on the coaching staff on the Cardinal sideline in that yellow pullover down there signaling his defense punt return team as they get ready to receive the A.J. Greastorn punt for Versailles. first punt ended up pinning the Cardinals inside the 15 after a muff by Homan. He's going to go right back to Homan. This time catches it at about the 21, over the 25, over the 30 before he's brought down by a host of Tigers. So the Cardinals will start with excellent field position for their second drive of the night, as it'll be first down and 10 at the New Bremen 32 for the Cardinals. So if you're just joining us, thank you very much. Happy to have you here. Scott Fry on the call. Versailles took the opening kickoff. They picked up about 12 yards on that opening drive. They got a first down and then a couple of yards beyond that and had to punt. Cardinals, impressive drive. They go 86 yards and a Hunter Schaefer touchdown caps it off from 12 yards out. And that's how we've gotten our score 7-0. The subsequent drive for the Tigers ended up bearing no fruit. Cardinal defense holds after giving up just one first down. That pass complete to Aaron Tiemann, his first catch of the night. There's a guy that if you're Versailles, you want to keep him in front of you. He's got speed, and he can go up the ladder. Point guard on the basketball team, so he's not afraid to jump. Very athletic junior for the Cardinals, number 1, Aaron Tiemann. And a first down pass of 4 yards complete. Homan's going to try it up the middle. Versailles ready for him there. The center of that Tiger defense eats up the quarterback. Number 80 leading the way, Levi Bargy, the junior linebacker. Nice tackle there. And still, the way David Holman runs, he gets air quote stuffed and still falls down for a 4-yard gain. 1:40 to go now in the opening stanza. This brings up third down and 2. As you see, the Cardinals will bring their plays in with the wideouts. That's Dylan Kramer, number 13. He and Grant Dickey, number 14, will take turns bringing the plays, and so the Cardinals will send 3. And now we're going to get a precision strip timeout called by Coach Schmidt. Would like to think things over here on this important third down. We'll take a timeout with him here on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement.
We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital, with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
All right, welcome back to Cardinal Stadium here at New Bremen High School. Beautiful night for high school football. Cardinals coming out of a timeout here, wanted to talk things over. That's their first of the first half. Third down and 2 now for the Cardinals. And Holman's going to go to his right, and boy, Versailles with a stick, but there goes David Holman doing David Holman things. He drags that defender, number 24, Braden Henry, the senior. And he had Holman dead to rights, but David Holman runs like a bull. And he drug that young man for the necessary 2 yards, and that'll be a Cardinal first down at their own 43-yard line. And again, Versailles, you look across the field, nice big group of boys over there. So again, Coach Jones, Ryan Jones in his 4th year, also has the luxury of subbing guys in and out on defense. Makes a big difference late in the game. And Tiemann hit in stride, drops that one. I'm going to go ahead and guess he's probably took his eye off the ball, looked upfield, didn't reel it in, but he had some green in front of him. Maybe he could have been a sizable gain there, but was unable to hang on to it. So the Cardinals will go second down and 10 now. And here you see Grant Dickey bringing the play in for the Cardinals. Dickey and Tiemann will go out to the left. Dickey's in the slot right on the hash marks. Near side, I believe this is Hayden's. Oh, no, it's Dylan Baumbauer. And again, design quarterback run. Holman making guys miss again. And he's over the midfield stripe and into Tiger country, as they say in Dart County. And he's going to gain 8 yards. So 6 rushes, 49 yards for the senior signal caller. 3rd and a long 2. And that opens up the playbook for Coach Schmidt and Wince Morris. Kind of share the play calling offensive coordinator duties for the Cardinals. Hayden Zeller, number 83, now into the game. He's going to go wide to the left. Aaron Tiemann will come to this side. Dylan Bombauer, that tight end on the right. And then Hunter Schaefer. Again, Homan's going to pull it down. And, boy, this time Versailles slammed the door. Nice job right there. Number 24, Braden Henry, stuck Homan. And 58, also in there, Lucas Stammen, the senior linebacker, mentioned his name as a standout leader on this team. Nice job. So the Cardinals' decision time, 4th down and 2. They're just over the midfield stripe. The way they've been playing defense, it wouldn't shock me to see Coach go for it. And now they're going to, with 17 on the game clock or play clock and 2 seconds less than that on the game clock, the Cardinals are going to let this quarter tick away down to triple zeros. And so at the end of 1, New Bremen 7, Versailles 0, here on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Welcome back to Cardinal Stadium here at New Bremen High School. Beautiful night. See the sun setting slowly in the west. Cardinals will now head that direction, and it does look like they have decided to punt. They will send Hayden Zeller. He'll stand at his 35, but note the jersey number 5, the up man, David Holman, the quarterback. So be curious to see if they direct snap him or they do go ahead and punt, and they are going to go ahead and punt. Good thing Zeller's tall. He went up the ladder to get that, and boy, nice kick. Sideways flat spin, and Versailles' Michael Osborne will make a fair catch right at the 15-yard line. So great job by the Versailles defense to slow down the Cardinal run game and force them to punt. And in a game where it looks like maybe it'll be a bit of a defensive battle, Coach Schmidt opts to play it a little more conservative, try to flip the field, force Versailles deeper into their end. And now the Cardinals happy to play some defense because they have been good at defense this year. They have not been scored on. The varsity has not been scored on in 13 quarters now. The JV gave up a late touchdown against Parkway. So let's see what Versailles has now. Their 3rd possession. Looks like Titus Garrett is in the backfield off the left hip of Stonebreaker. 2 receivers on each side, so they're going to widen it out a little bit. Stonebreaker steps up. Plenty of time. Great protection. Now he's flushed. And Dylan Bombauer, a very sure tackler on that Cardinal defense, wraps him up for a loss. 1 yard loss, so that will go in the book as a sack. Dylan Bombauer. And then you notice the Cardinals rotate in a different nose guard. Number 22, Brett Schaefer Jr., just 5'9", 163. But in talking to some of the coaching staff ahead of the game, they're really impressed with how he can take 2 gaps and really plug up the run, which opens up. You know, the Cardinals like to run a 3-4, and you can see out there now that's exactly what they're in. 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers, and then 4 DBs. And again, Versailles with 4 receivers, 3 to this side, and a low snap. Stonebreaker grabs it. Very athletic quarterback. And now the senior is in big trouble, and Carter Elking is back there for the Cardinals to record another sack. So another 3 yards off of his rushing total. So Cardinals now applying the pressure with 2 sacks. One by the linebacker Bombauer, and then Carter Elking with a sack from his right defensive end position. The senior, number 68, registering that tackle for loss. 10:29 to go and running here in the second quarter. Again, Titus Garrett back there with Stonebreaker. Versailles opting to throw. And, boy, they hit Plattfoot and a little receiver screen. Nice little play there, but Dylan Bombauer smartly staying home. They pick up about 8. And that's the first completion of the night for Stonebreaker. So an 8-yard completion, but due to the sack losses of a total of 4 yards, that only gets them to a 4th down and 6. And so the Cardinals looking to get good field position here as Aaron Tiemann standing on the beak near center field, and you could see the low angle of the sun. So this is going to be a tough punt to field as A.J. Griesdorn gets set to punt this away. Low line drive bouncer. Tiemann's going to just have to let that do its thing, and that's going to set New Bremen up for some very nice field position here as the Cardinal defense, kind of the story of the night so far, keeping this Versailles offense at bay. And I'm interested with Ryan Jones' choice of plays there to call 3 passes in a row. They had some success running the ball, not a lot, but Joel Garrett, 4 carries, 11 yards, had a couple of good runs, a 6-yarder, a 5-yarder, and then the Cardinals kind of tightened down on that. So interesting to see. They went with a completely different look there on that third series, and they were unable to even pick up a first down. So now the Cardinals with it. And Homan eludes one guy, and man, does he lose some yardage. And he needed to throw that one away and not be a hero, and he's going to lose 10 yards, 11 yards on the play as number 80 gets in there for Versailles, Levi Bargy. Nice play there for the Tigers. Big sack, loss of 11, so the Cardinals now going to have it first down in Chickasaw to go to the west here as Levi Bargy having a nice night. That's number 80. It's a linebacker on the right side for this Tigers defense. Now double handoff. Bombauer has it. David Holman's out there lead blocking. And Bombauer gets back about 9 of the 11 penalty yards. So nice little trickification there by the Cardinals. Just a double handoff. And the way the Cardinals set their offense, they can run a lot of different things from this shotgun wing tee that Coach Schmidt installed several years ago. He's had the good fortune of having, I believe, 3 years of Mitchell Hayes and 2 years of David Holman. So 5 straight years of very athletic, very intelligent running quarterback that gives you threat and run, pass and run threat. And now Holman turns the corner, steps out of bound over the 50, and then a late hit. And then you see the Tiger defender, that's Stonebreaker, coming in a little late. He sets Holman down very gingerly, knowing that he got in there right around the whistle. So heads-up play there by Stonebreaker to not draw the penalty. And so the Cardinals, Holman will pick up 6. But much like Versailles with the sack damage, they're 5 yards short of a first down there at midfield. So Ben Saylor back to punt, and you've got Osborne and Plattfoot back to receive, and now we have a precision strip timeout taken by Versailles. We'll take it with them. 8:06 to go before halftime. New Bremen 7, Versailles 0 here on NKTelco Sports.
We are here and here and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Unpack your potential with a career at Pratt Industries. Working at Pratt Industries is more than a job. It's a sustainable career.
Pratt Industries to me is a job. It's my career. It's the way I put food on my table, but I love what I do.
We offer competitive pay, excellent benefits, and opportunities for career advancement. To apply, visit careers.prattindustries.com.
Welcome back to New Bremen High School, MAC, Midwest Athletic Conference High School Football, and we got us the makings of an official slobber knocker. A lot of running, a lot of blocking, a lot of defense here as the Cardinals with a 7-0 lead, and they're going to punt the ball for the second time. And that'll go into the end zone. So Hayden Zeller sends that one for a ride. It's the second punt now for the Cardinals on the night. And that almost settled down there by the goal line. Not quite. So Cardinals get held to a 4th and 5, have to kick it away. And now Versailles, this will be their 4th drive of the night. I'd like to thank some sponsors. Keyhole Pizza, bringing you keys to the game. Our scoreboard sponsor, First National Bank, think first. Score 7-0 on the First National Bank scoreboard. The starting lineup sponsor you heard earlier, Emerson Climate Technologies. Timeout sponsor is always brought to you by Precision Strip. And we'll get you a player of the game brought to you by NKTelco when we wrap this up as Versailles runs one up the middle for about 3 yards. This drive starting at their 20. And that is Joel Garrett. So back to where they kind of started the game. Number 9, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Give him 4 yards on that. So 2nd and 6 now. They have the ball at the 24. Versailles does. 7:30 to go here in the first quarter. A couple of receivers to the right. That's Greastorn and Osborne. And then Garrett in the backfield. Design quarterback run. Stonebreaker, big tall kid, 6'8". He's out to the 34-yard line.
Number 30, Connor Stonebreaker on the keeper will pick up a Tiger first down.
And that is a Versailles first down. That's a 3rd one of the night.
He's brought down by number 14, Grant Hickey. The first attempt for the Tigers at their
Tigers first down. Goodness. That was a gain of almost 9 yards. Now Osborne on the jet sweep's going to take it, and he slashes through the Cardinal D-line. In there is Evan Eyink. And also on the stop, David Homan. Gain of 4 for Osborne. Both teams like to run that occasional wide receiver jet sweep. Versailles, anything they can do to get that ball in Osborne's hands, that's a win for them. And then the Cardinals, same thing on the other side. They like to use Aaron Tiemann on that jet sweep. So productive play there, gain of about 4 as Versailles looking to move the chains. They just need to put together a nice, consistent, long drive. Been a penalty-free contest with one exception tonight. Versailles had an early personal foul. Otherwise, a very cleanly played game as we march closer to halftime. 6 minutes to go now on the First National Bank scoreboard. A little quick hitter to the outside to Platfoot. He's been the primary target. He eludes 2 Cardinal tackles and scampers away for a first down.
He's knocked out of bounds by number 25, Dylan Bumbauer. Result of the play is
Gain of about 7, and that's another Tiger first down. So Peyton Platfoot, the only 2 receptions tonight. Titus Garrett was targeted earlier in the contest and bounced in twice now. He's been thrown to, and both times it was low. So Versailles, 3 receivers, 2 left, 1 right. Both Garrett's in the backfield. Stonebreaker going down the seam to Osborne. Nice play right there. First down again, gain of 13. So some adjustments being made here by the Tiger offense as a couple of chunk plays to Osborne. That was one of the keys to the game for Coach Schmidt, was to contain Michael Osborne, and here you see why as Hayden Zeller racing off the field. And this has been the best drive of the night so far for the Versailles Tigers. Titus Garrett up behind the left tackle. Joel Garrett off the left hip of Stonebreaker. Stonebreaker to pass. He's going streaking down the sideline to Platfoot. Circus catch. Wow, first down. See, that play started at the 42, and they're going to give him the 3-yard line. So 39-yard pitch and catch. 2-yard line, so 40.
By number 20, Mosley.
And number 11 coming up big for Versailles with a 40-yard reception. As it is Tiger first and goal at the Cardinal 2, call it the 3. And now Osborne under center. He's going to give to a big hoss fullback. He's going to try the right side. This is number 42. And that is James Schmidtmeyer, the sophomore, kind of a bowling ball shaped guy, 5'9", 180. Big, strong lad. Gains about 2. So it's 2nd and goal at the 1. Very impressive drive here for the Versailles Tigers. They have found something to exploit in that Cardinal defense, and that something is Peyton Platfoot as he goes streaking down the left side, and then we got a keeper up the middle. And that is a Versailles touchdown. So capping off a very nice drive is number 17, Michael Osborne. As he goes in from 1 yard out. And now place kicking for Versailles. This is number 9, Joel Garrett, the junior running back. And Stonebreaker will hold. Kick is up. Ooh, nice kick. Straight down the middle, up and good. And so with 4:23 to go here in the second period, we got a 7-7 tie in New Bremen, and it is on NKTelco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
Welcome back to Cardinal Stadium. So the Versailles Tigers marching on down. I believe that drive started at their 24, so a 76-yard drive. Capped off by a 1-yard scoring run by Michael Osborne, who gets in under center, a little bit smaller than Stonebreaker. And then this kick is going to possibly go out of bounds, and Platfoot saves it from doing so and probably bought his team about 8 yards of field position as the Cardinals will start. Let's see where they're going to spot this here. Right at their 25, looks like. So New Bremen with 4:23 to go now will receive the second half kickoff. Remember, they won the coin toss and deferred, which is pretty typical for Coach Schmidt. And so if they can put together a drive here, get some points on the board, and then turn back around and receive the opening kick for the second half and do it again, that would be obviously to their advantage. Cardinals now are going to send Aaron Tiemann in the slot right, and 83 Hayden Zeller all the way out to the right wide. Dylan Bombauer, the tight end, wide left, and Homan keeps it around the right side, bounces outside, makes a guy miss. And boy, nice tackle, open field. That Peyton Platfoot having himself a ball game. Homan picks up about 6. So 9 carries for 50 yards. And remember, there's an 11-yard sack in that tally for David Homan. So having another nice night running the football. As the Cardinals now with 2nd down and 5 at about their 30, maybe 31, just across the 30. Hunter Schaefer in the backfield. He'll take the handoff. Again, very patient runner. Gets himself outside, jumps over a guy. And all the way out to midfield, so the Cardinals pick up a big first down from the 30 to the 50. By my math, that is 20 yards. And Hunter Schaefer leaps a guy. And Lucas Stammen with the tackle for the Tigers, but not before the Cardinals register another first down. And they are at the midfield stripe here, 3:31, 3:30. Before halftime, again, would love nothing more than to erase the time from the clock and punch one in before halftime because points are coming at a premium so far. Homan back to pass, going down the middle of the field. Ben Saylor, the intended receiver, a little bit too much juice on that. And then Saylor remains on the turf. Not what you want to see for the Cardinals. The way he's laying there, looks like maybe he got the wind knocked out of him. So the trainer will come out and attend to him. So Homan throws an incompletion, just his 5th pass of the night for 21 total yards. As the training staff comes out to attend to Ben Saylor, we'll go ahead and take a precision strip timeout. 3:14 to go before the half. We're all knotted up at 7 here in New Bremen on NKTelco Sports. Welcome back to New Bremen. Scott Fry here on the call with you. Thank you for joining us this evening. Excuse me. And you see there Ben Saylor able to come off the field under his own power, so that's always good to see. You never like to see a guy get hurt. So Cardinals now 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Holman was trying to hit Saylor, streaking down the hash along the seam there. Nothing there. Quick hitter outside to Bombauer, and he stretches that ball out across the 45. Excuse me. They're going to give him about 5 yards on that one. So Homan 3 of 6 for 26 through the air. Bombauer has been his favorite target. He's got 22 of those 3 receptions for 22 yards. Cardinals have rolled up 6 first downs here in the first half, couple of punts, and a touchdown score. Been a very cleanly played game. I keep saying that. I should probably stop doing that, or I'm going to jinx somebody into making a big mistake here. Cardinals now with 2 receivers left, and then we're going to get some laundry, and just like that, I did it. And it looks like maybe the Tigers going to be guilty of being offsides. This could be very close to a Cardinal first down. And where they spot the ball, they are going to move those orange sticks across the sideline, and that will give the Cardinals a first down. So the second penalty committed for the Tigers. And that's been a bugaboo for Coach Schmidt and company here in New Bremen. They do commit some penalties, the Cardinals do, but so far tonight, been clean. Beautiful sunset to the west. 3:10 to go before halftime. Cardinals now fresh set of downs at the Tigers' 40-yard line. The give is to Schaefer. Right side cuts it inside. This time nothing doing. Loss of 2. Nice play there by the Tigers. Number 53, Mitchell Bay. Nice play on defense by the senior D lineman, scraping off his block, shuffling down the line of scrimmage. Hunter Schaefer, very nice running back, very patient, intelligent runner, and strong and quick when he needs to be. But that time, Versailles, Mitchell Bay, my apologies. Nice job on that play. So the Cardinals now backed up a little bit, 2nd down and 12 behind the sticks. Fake it to Schaefer. Holman's got a man at the 35, number 16, Aaron Peppelman. A little high, unable to hang on to that one. So 3rd and long now here for the Cardinals, as their offense has gone a little chilly in the second quarter. They had a great opening drive, came down 86 yards, capped off by a Hunter Schaefer 12-yard touchdown run. Nice balance of pass and run, and since then, 2 punts, and this is her 4th drive of the game. Holman back to pass now. Protection, steps up, reads it, got a flag in the back, going to be holding probably as Holman dashes for a first down inside the 30 to the 26, but I'm guaranteeing you this is coming back for a hold based on where that flag is. And it is, so that play is nothing, and now instead of 3rd and 12, they're going to be 3rd and 22. So basically 3rd and Chickasaw, as again in the high school football rule book, a holding call is a spot foul, so they mark 10 off from where the holding occurred. They drop the flag at the site of the penalty. So it is 3rd and 22. First penalty of the night for the Cardinals, and it's a big one. 3rd and 22, the ball all the way back to their own 47. So I don't know what you have in your playbook here for 3rd and 22. I'm going to guess it's going to be a quarterback run. They'll try to spread the D out, little delayed run. And Versailles, they want to keep number 5 in front of them. And boy, they send an extra guy. Nope, Holman's going to send it down the right side. Hayden Zeller hand checking with Plattfoot. And they're going to say each guy had a right to that ball, and a nice battle. And Peyton Plattfoot continues to have an awesome night for the Tigers as he goes back there, makes a play, and knocks that one away from Hayden Zeller. And the Cardinals going to have to punt this one away. So their third punt of the night. And Zeller, after running all that way down there, is going to have to come back and run back behind the offense. He'll stand at his 32, and he's going to kick away to Osborne and Plattfoot with 1:54 to go. This is ample time for Versailles to get something done here. Plattfoot now, high kick, has a little trouble with it, makes a guy miss. Now Dylan Bombauer, very sure tackler for the Cardinals, corrals him at about the 18. So Versailles now with 1:42 to go before half. Nice job on defense, shutting down the Cardinals. Little help, first penalty of the night called against New Bremen, a holding call. That definitely didn't help their cause, but some great defense on that series. First by Mitchell Bay, the linebacker, on a nice stop on Hunter Schaefer. And then great job covering Hayden Zeller by Peyton Plattfoot. And now Versailles with a chance to try and add to their 7 points. We got a 7-7 tie. One back in the backfield, that is Joel Garrett, and he's going to get the ball right up the middle. Cardinals step up to shut that down, but not before he picks up 5 yards. Evan Eyink in on the tackle, number 56. Also in there helping for the Cardinals, 58, Carter Elking. So gain of 5 for Joel Garrett. 6th carry of the night for 20 yards for Garrett. Now Stonebreaker back to pass, looking left all the way. And oh boy, if Ben Saylor grabs that, that's going to the house. Oh, yeah. Boy, oh boy. So incomplete. Stonebreaker 4 of 9 for 68 yards. The big one was a 40-yarder down the left sideline to Plattfoot that set up the Versailles touchdown on the last drive. 1:15 to go now. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. Versailles is going to send Joel Garrett, Osborne, and Plattfoot to the right, and they're going to keep Titus Garrett, the fullback, 44, in off the right hip of Stonebreaker. And far left side, that'll be Greastorn. And a design run once they clear everybody out of the way, and that'll be a first down, and the clock will stop as Stonebreaker picks up 7. Nice play. And they're gambling. They're going to give up the time to get that first down, and that'll be a fresh set of downs now, the 10th one of the half for Versailles. The clock will start to run now. A minute to go before halftime as Versailles looks to get back into their base offense. Garrett's going to leak out, and Stonebreaker hits him. Dylan Bombauer tracks him down from behind, gain of about 6. Nice job there, Joel Garrett leaking out of his tailback position. His first reception brings up 2nd down and 4, and now we're going to get a precision strip timeout called by Versailles. And just to take you around the MAC real quick, I don't have all the scores. I heard Coldwater Anna 22-0. Coldwater's up. Marion Local 21-0 over Delta St. John's. Minster 14, Fort Recovery 7, and 0-0 St. Henry and Parkway. So just a quick trip around the MAC for those of you watching it live, if you wish, because we are thrilled to be able to bring you these replays of high school sports made possible by our sponsors. You can catch this one on NKTelco Channel 3 or in high definition on Channel 503. You can catch this Monday, September 19th at 5 p.m. and Saturday, September 24th at 10 a.m. You can watch more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. So the Cardinals trying to keep Versailles from getting anything accomplished here with 46 seconds to go on the First National Bank scoreboard. All tied at 7. If you're just joining us, thank you very much for spending your Friday evening with us. So Versailles, 1 receiver left, 2 to the right, Osborne and Greastorn right, Plattfoot left. Joel Garrett stays in the block. Now we're going to go down the left side to Plattfoot, and this is just not quite in his range as he falls out of bounds there at about the Cardinal 25. And that'll fall incomplete, stop the clock, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
Falls incomplete, defending number 1, Aaron Tiemann.
Stonebreaker, 5 of 11 for 74 yards. He's hit 3 different receivers, Michael Osborne, Joel Garrett, And then the big beneficiary of the passing game tonight for Versailles, Peyton Plattfoot, 3 catches, 55 yards, a couple of pass breaks up on defense, some nice tackles, and a couple of kick returns as Peyton Plattfoot, kind of the do-it-all guy here for Versailles. A big 3rd down and a long 4. Joel Garrett's going to take it left side. He's going to bounce outside and pick up the 1st down yardage. No problemo. Nice blocking downfield by the receiver. And that's going to go for 8. So Joel Garrett, 28 yards on 7 carries. That's a 4-yard per carry average by my simple math. Not a bad night at the office so far. 1st and 10 now, Versailles. And they are at their own 43. The clock set at 34 seconds. Interesting, that clock was stopped for he ran out of bounds. That's why I thought when they reset that down, they should restart the clock, but the runner went out of bounds. Stonebreaker back to pass. Plenty of time. The Cardinals send 5, 6 back in coverage, and then they flush Stonebreaker. He gets out of bounds at the 45, looks like, so he'll pick up 2. So 7 carries, 25 yards for the Versailles signal caller. Again, Stonebreaker, a senior, 6 foot 8 inches, 205, man. He's one of those guys that you may tackle him, and he's going to fall forward for 3 yards. Big, strong kid. So Stonebreaker looks for the play. 27 seconds to go here on the First National Bank scoreboard. Titus Garrett in at the right tight end. 4 other receivers, empty backfield. Now he's going to roll to his right, buy himself some time, and Cardinals catch up to him there. And that's going to go in the books as a sack, the 3rd one of the night. That is Noah Kelly, the junior.
2-yard loss, timeout, Versailles.
So Versailles will take a precision strip timeout. We'll just go ahead and keep it here. Loss of 2. And that is the 3rd sack of the night for the Cardinal defense as Noah Kelly gets home. Again, they rolled Stonebreaker to the right. They were sending those receivers longer because, gosh, we're under 10 seconds to go in this one. In order to get those receivers time to get downfield, especially in the high school game, they roll the quarterback, and that gives the receivers time to run. But, boy, New Bremen sniffed that out. They had 2 guys in the backfield pursuing. And number 74, the junior D lineman, Noah Kelly, gets home for New Bremen for the 3rd Cardinal sack for defensive coordinator Marcus Overman. And now they ran too much time off the clock. So you'll see there behind the student section, tonight's a whiteout for the Cardinals, as you see. 17 seconds left on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard, all tied at 17. And when we come back from this precision strip timeout, the Tigers will have it 3rd down and 9 at their own 44. So you got to figure downfield and out of bounds, and then maybe get into the end zone from there if you can pick up 25, 30 yards. So we'll see what they do here. Garrett off the left hip of Stonebreaker. 2 receivers. Now we're going to get one in motion. That is Osborne. He'll reset in the slot right side off the line of scrimmage. Stonebreaker back to pass, looking left all the way. Looking for Plattfoot. Cardinals roll the safety that way. That's David Holman. Wokley Gugeg, number 20, also in coverage. Nice job of blanketing Plattfoot. That's going to fall incomplete. So now Versailles, with 11 ticks on the clock, are going to probably go ahead and punt this rather than run a play, just in case, so Cardinals can't call timeout and get one shot at the end zone. So the Cardinals now look like they're going to send the house. Nobody back to receive this punt. Probably want to make sure Griesdorn, who is a very good wide receiver, doesn't take off with the ball here, and he's got Plattfoot in front of him. So we'll see if Versailles punts, and they send it back there, Griesdorn. And the Cardinals content to just let that bounce and roll. Clock is running. We're under 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're down to zeros. And so at the end of the half, we've got a good one, just as advertised. New Bremen 7, Versailles 7. We'll come back a little bit before the 3rd quarter to give you the stats and highlights here on NKTelco Sports.
Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen, and check us out on Facebook.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Welcome back to Cardinals Stadium here at New Bremen High School. Beautiful evening here for high school football, and we are enjoying a good one as the New Bremen Cardinals playing host to the Versailles Tigers. Both teams coming in 3-0, looking to stay unbeaten. Unfortunately for one team, that cannot happen, but at the half on the First National Bank scoreboard, as you can see there, we are all tied at 7, and they reset the clock with 3 minutes for the halftime warm-up period for the athletes. As you see the Cardinals coming back on the field. Versailles just entering now. Beautiful shot of the sunset in the west. And it is just a great night out here on the roof of the Cardinal press box. Thanks again to Athletic Director Chad Wells, to head football coach of the Cardinals, Chris Schmidt, head football coach of the Tigers, Ryan Jones, for providing us with rosters and starters and things to discuss about the teams. Let's talk a little bit about that first half and tell you how we got to this 7-7 score. So each team punted, I'm corrected. The Cardinals punted 3 times and Versailles punted 4 times. Cardinals took their opening drive 84 yards and capped that off with a 12-yard touchdown run by Hunter Schaefer, 5:55 to go in the first. And then Schaefer added his own extra point. It was Cardinals 7-0. Versailles scored on, I believe it was their 3rd drive. Michael Osborne with a 1-yard touchdown run. He will get under center from time to time at quarterback, although he's a wide receiver. And he, Joel Garrett with the extra point there, made it 7-7, 4:23 to go before the half. And then each team had a possession and traded punts. And so just some statistical leaders. The ground game for the Tigers, they gained 54 yards in the first half, led by Joel Garrett, 7 carries, 28 yards, 8 carries, 23 yards for Connor Stonebreaker. Some of his good runs actually deducted because the Cardinals posted 3 sacks on defense in that first half. Connor Stonebreaker, the edge with passing, he is 5 of 12 for 74 yards. His big target, Peyton Plattfoot, 3 receptions for 55 yards. The highlight of that being a 40-yard pitch down the left sidelines. Plattfoot got free behind the Cardinal defense, and that was what put them in position at the New Bremen 3 to take it in 2 plays later for the score. 11 first downs in the first half for the Versailles Tigers. On the Cardinals side of the ledger, 94 yards on the ground, led by David Holman. No surprise there. 9 carries, 50 yards. Hunter Schaefer, 5 carries, 34 yards. Holman just 3 of 8 passing for 26 yards. 3 of his passes went to Dylan Bombauer, who has 3 catches for 22 yards. So Versailles doing a very nice job containing the Cardinal passing game, but Holman did get loose for 50 yards on 9 carries. So a total of 120 yards offense, 7 first downs for the Cardinals. They committed just 1 penalty. And then Versailles, a total of 128 yards. So very much a defensive battle here as we get ready to start the second half of play. Versailles will be kicking off to the Cardinals. No turnovers in that first half, although Ben Saylor almost took one to the house. If he'd have caught it, he'd have been gone because he had nothing but green real estate in front of him. He batted one down at about the Versailles 35-yard line. It was a little pass out into the flat, little flare. I don't think Connor Stonebreaker saw him. And if Saylor could have caught that, it would have been pick 6 for sure, but he did not. So very clean game. 2 penalties committed by Versailles for a total of 20 yards, and 1 penalty by the Cardinals for a total of 10. And we are underway, second half. Cardinals field it, and they're going to tiptoe up the right sideline. And by tiptoe up the right sideline, I mean literally on the right sideline is Blake Suchlin, the senior kick returner, number 10. And so he steps out of bounds, and the Cardinals will be in business on offense, 1st and 10 at their own 17. So I'm sure that Coach Jones for Versailles said, man, we need to contain David Holman and his run game because he is a threat to score every time he gets loose. And Holman's going to roll to his right. He's got 2 receivers over there. Now he's going to pull it down and run. Nice job there by Titus Garrett. Forcing him back inside. Now Holman making guys miss left and right. And, man, he must have run 40 yards and gained none.
Number 5, David Holman, can't find an open receiver, keeps it himself.
So nice job in coverage there by the Tigers. And the Cardinals actually lose a yard there. So 10 carries, 49 yards on the night. So, again, almost a 5 yards per carry average for the Cardinal signal caller. And that all the offense goes through David Holman, but they've got a lot of weapons who can run and catch. And now Holman's going to RPO this and run it right up the middle. And he will gain back about 4 yards, almost out to the 20. Or, excuse me, almost out to the 20. So 3rd down and about 7. They've got to get out to the 27-yard line. This drive started at the 17, so big 3rd down early in the drive. As you see coming in with the play for the Cardinals, that's number 14, the sophomore Grant Dickey, who's been a real spark plug on offense at the wide receiver position. He will come far left outside, teaming in the slot. And here goes Holman back to pass. Plenty of time. Now he's going to try to float one in. Nice job, Grant Dickey, getting loose. And it's going to be a big Cardinal 1st down, as that's going to go for 16 yards. Longest pitch and catch of the afternoon. So Grant Dickey on the board with a 16-yard 1st down reception. So the Cardinals work that 3rd down and long into a 1st down. Fresh set of downs, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, single back. Hunter Schaefer's going to get it. And Holman pulls it out of his gut, faked me out. Aaron Tiemann wide open. 1st down Cardinal yardage as he's going to pick up 13 out to midfield. So Versailles kind of selling out, playing the run because that's where they got gashed in the first half. And the Cardinals able to switch gears and throw the ball. Give you some halftime scores here. Coldwater over Anna, 36-7. Minster over Fort Recovery, 21-7. Marion Local, 48-0 over Delva St. John's. And Parkway, 7-0 over St. Henry. And now Holman keeps it over the left side through the B gap out to the 45-yard line of the Tigers. Holman is tackled by number 58. That is Lucas Stammen, Lucas Stammen from his linebacking position. Nice play there. They're going to mark that as a 4-yard gain. My apologies. So 57 yards now on 12 carries for the senior quarterback for the Cardinals. Also a force to be reckoned with on the basketball floor. Both of these quarterbacks, multi-sport athletes. Connor Stonebreaker for Versailles, 6'8", 205. Big presence on the floor for the Tigers. Hunter Schaefer in this shotgun wing tee, and he's going to pick his way up the middle. And Michael Osborne is going to reinforce what was being done by Titus Garrett on run defense. Give Schaefer a yard. But Versailles stacks that up, so the Cardinals now going to have 3rd and a long 4, almost 5, as the nose of the ball points at the Versailles 44-yard line. 9:25 to go. If you're just joining us on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard in the 3rd quarter, all tied up at 7. Cardinals send Ben Saylor to the top of the formation, wide right. Aaron Tiemann wide left. Here comes Dylan Bombauer, the tight end, across the formation. Run all the way by Holman. Cuts it up inside, down to the 40. Very, very close to a Cardinal 1st down. And looking at the judges coming in from the sides, I'd say that's going to be just enough. And as you hear in the background, Mike Meyering on the PA here for the Cardinals, announcing a first down. The Cardinal faithful cheering that. And so with 9 minutes to go here in the third, Cardinals moving quickly. Another first down. That's 2 of them on this drive. Holman quick out to Saylor. Saylor very athletic out there, going to try and make a couple guys miss. And there's 8 yards for the Cardinals on that completion. So 3 straight completions to open up the second half for Holman. He's 6 of 11, 63 yards, as Ben Saylor picks up 8. Cardinals very quick. They'll bring Aaron Tiemann across the formation, fake the jet sweep. Holman off the right side or left side, and he hangs on to it and gets down into Versailles' territory from the 33 to the 23, 10 yards and a first down. So the Cardinals grinding out the first downs here on the ground. 14 carries now for 71 yards for Holman. 8:14 to go. As New Bremen, just like their opening drive, a nice balance of pass and run, keeping that defense off balance. And Versailles now needs to come up with a stop here. Tiemann wide right. You got Bombauer in motion. Holman's going to swing it wide left. Tackled from behind. That's number 24. I think he's kind of the spy. That is Braden Henry, the senior defensive back. I think he's been assigned the spy duties on David Holman. Don't envy him that task. 6 more yards for, I'll call it 5 yards. 15 carries, 76 yards, so Holman just over 5 yards a carry now. Hayden Zeller wide right in the slot, Aaron Tiemann right. Hunter Schaefer off the right hip of Holman. And then Bombauer in at the right tight end. Holman's got run-pass option out here. He decides to pull it down, run it, and he's very close to another first down after a gain of about 5 yards. And that'll be another Cardinal first down. So 4 first downs on this drive, as New Bremen is taking yardage in chunks. And also important is the clock. As you see the official there at the 25-yard line saying wind that clock. And so we are down almost to 7 minutes on the First National Bank scoreboard as the Cardinals march their opening drive of the second half. Hunter Schaefer, big hole up the middle. I could have got through that. Down inside the 5 to the 2. Touchdown saving tackle by Peyton Plattfoot. Hunter Schaefer with a 9-yard gain. That's 44 yards on 7 carries, and the Cardinals are in business at the, looks like the 3-yard line, was second and about a foot. Boy, nice hole up the middle. I could have got through that one. And Holman's going to keep it, going to try to follow his tight end, and this time Versailles slams the door. And a little extracurricular toss there, no flag, as David Holman is escorted to the turf rather energetically. And that'll go in the books as a loss of 1. Cardinal faithful were hoping for a little bit of a personal foul there, which would have netted him about 1.5 yards, but maybe all important a first down. Holman going to try it again up the middle, and he is met at the 1-yard line. Very, very close to the goal line. We're going to say this is going to be 4th down at the 1-yard line. Nope, he got inside the yard to gain. I forgot they needed the 1-yard line. So very important there. 2-yard pickup, and the Cardinals are first and goal. I'm not a gambling man myself, but I think I'd put a lot of money on seeing number 5 again here. And it is, and he's going to dive over the top. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. David Holman in the end zone. 5:54 to go here in the third. And Cardinals methodical drive starting at their own 17. As you see the baby powder explosion in the Cardinal all-white student section down there. As David Holman tallies a score from 1 yard out. And that's the opening drive of the half. As Hunter Schaefer back to kick. It's up, and he hammers that through. And your score now, with 5:54 to go in the third, New Bremen 14, Versailles 7 here on NKTelco Sports.
Wagner's IGA has been servicing their communities for more than 95 years, spanning 3 generations. Wagner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wagner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and New Bremen. And check us out on Facebook.
Welcome back to New Bremen. So the Cardinals take their opening drive of the second half right down the field. Very nice balance of pass and run. 3 completed passes by Holman and a number of runs. And Holman gets the reward with the touchdown for the Cardinals from a yard out. Hunter Schaefer with the extra point. The Cardinals now lead 14-7, hoping to play some inspired defense as Versailles wants to come back with their first drive of the half with a strong answer and a drive of their own. And that's Schaefer's kick is at the 1. Plattfoot has it there over the 15, out to the 20, out to the 23. And there for the Cardinals is number 2, Cale Tangeman, and number 88, Owen Rindler. So we do have an injured Tiger on the field. So we'll hang loose as they tend to him. But yeah, the Cardinals, nice drive there, 83 yards. And punching it in from 1 yard out was David Holman. And we've got we'll take an injury timeout. That's a precision strip injury timeout as the trainers take the field. 5:49 to go here in the third. New Bremen 14, Versailles 7 here on NKTelco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it. And online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Welcome back to New Bremen. The injured Tiger was Peyton Plattfoot, who is really having himself a night. The senior wide receiver defensive back, playing well on both sides of the ball. Looked like a lower leg injury, maybe on the right side. We never like to speculate to the severity or the exact injury, but wish him all the best. Hopefully nothing serious for the young Tiger. So Versailles opening drive, second half. Stonebreaker in the shotgun. He's going to give to the big Garrett. That's Titus. Man, what a name for a fullback. Oh, that was Joel. My apologies. That was number 9, Joel Garrett. Gain of 2. But I do love that name for a fullback, Titus Garrett. Titus was blocking for Joel. I don't know if they are cousins or brothers, but what a name for a fullback, Titus. So 2nd and 8 now for the Tigers as Stonebreaker has Joel Garrett off his right hip. One receiver to the right, double tight end set. And Stonebreaker slips. Oh, this is Osborne at quarterback. My apologies. Couldn't see from all the way out here. He's going to pick up about 6.
Takes it down across the 30 to 31 where he's brought down by number 23, Ben Saylor.
So he's out at the 21-yard line. 31-yard line. Ben Saylor, the Cardinal linebacker, in there on the tackle after a gain of 6. So 2 rushes for 7 yards. One of the things in talking with the Versailles radio team at halftime was they're hoping to see a little bit more touches from Osborne, and we're seeing it now. He is in at quarterback here in the second half. And he's going to keep it go behind Garrett, and the Cardinals hold him up from behind. In there first is Evan Iyink, and there to help clean it up is Ben Saylor. So on 3rd down and 2, Osborne picks up nothing. And the way Michael Osborne can run, that's almost like for sure first down. So athletic. And now the officials are going to take a precision strip timeout and measure this very close to a Tiger first down. But good job there by the Cardinals in pursuit from the backside. Evan Iyink, very quick at his linebacker position. But we'll see if Osborne was able to get that first down. And it is indeed first down Tigers. Coach Jones will take that. Here, the Versailles faithful. Nice showing tonight by our friends from Darke County. And Jim Miller on the camera work there says that was a first down by that much. And by that much, I mean less than an inch. And so Versailles now with their first down of the second half. Clean set of downs. And they're ready to make something happen. You see Ethan Stover, the tight end, on the right side. Behind him is Titus Garrett. 2 receivers to the right of them. And again, RPO. And boy, nice job again, penetration. Evan Eink and Ben Saylor teaming up to drop Osborne for a loss. That's the 4th sack of the night by the Cardinals. So 4 carries for 6 yards as the Cardinal defense doing a very nice job thus far tonight containing the Versailles rushing game, which is really year in, year out the strength of Versailles football. Always so fundamentally sound tackling, blocking, running the ball. With Osborne, just a little bit quicker, more sketchier runner maybe than Stonebreaker, who's a little bit more north-south, but maybe tougher to bring down from a physical perspective. Now Osborne loops one out here to Greastorn, and he completes that one out over the 40-yard line. And that's going to be good for 12 yards and a first down. So Greastorn tallies his first catch, and that goes for a dozen as Michael Osborne now throwing the ball. What a nice luxury, if you will, for Coach Jones to have 2 quarterbacks who can both run and throw, and each of them has a different style and physical makeup that give you different options. So what a nightmare for the defense. And here goes Osborne now. He's going to get out the right side loose, and David Holman's going to pull him down after a gain of 7 right at the midfield stripe. Nice little run right there. So quarterback on quarterback is David Holman, the quarterback on the offensive side, pulls down Osborne. And they're just over midfield on the Cardinal side of the ledger here. Again, Ethan Stover, number 7, is the tight end. Now he'll be on the left side. You'll see Greastorn, number 2, at wide receiver. You'll also see number 4, Lane Bergman, junior at wide receiver. Both on the right side. There goes Titus Garrett in motion to the left side behind the tight end. The give is to Garrett. He'll try that left side. Cardinals in there to shut that down, and then we got flags. Ben Saylor, first contact. Behind him, Dylan Bombauer. So the Cardinals linebackers coming alive on that play as Garrett loses 3, and we do have a flag. Let's see what that's all about. Flag came in very early. The flag is at the line of scrimmage holding Versailles. So the Cardinals will probably take that penalty because it's 10 yards back from where their loss of 2 was. So, man, tough penalty. So now Versailles is going to have it. 2nd down and 14 at their own 39-yard line. 156, 155 on the First National Bank scoreboard. So another holding.
17 is quarterback. 17-30's down here.
Another holding call against the Tigers. 3 receivers right, 17's going to keep it. Cardinals managed to hem him in after just a 2-yard gain. So Osborne unable to really do much with it. In there on the tackle, Carter Elking and number 57, Nolan Kenning. So big 3rd down here for the Tigers. Really don't want to miss this first down and give the ball back to the Cardinals. You feel like if one team gets up by 2 scores, it's going to be real tough for the other team the way the defenses have played tonight. Now you see Connor Stonebreaker. He's going to come in the game wide left, number 30, 6'8". Look for a ball. He's going to have a height advantage all day long over there. Now the Cardinals see that, and they're going to take a precision strip timeout. We'll take it with them. 1:04 to go on the First National Bank scoreboard in New Bremen. Cardinals up 14-7 over the Versailles Tigers here on NKTelco Sports.
Together, we are family, working safely for our loved ones.
We are problem solvers who challenge the status quo and drive improvement. We care about our customer relationships.
We stay true to our values, caring and respecting one another.
We embrace change as we journey through our career.
We are Precision Strip, the world's leading processor of rolled steel and aluminum.
Precision Strip, doing the exceptional.
Welcome back to New Bremen. Coming into that timeout, the Cardinals looked on the far sideline, and Connor Stonebreaker, the quarterback of the first half, 6'8", 205 out there on 5'7" Cale Tangeman. So the Cardinals wisely call timeout. They put their more experienced 5'11" corner. As it is, it's still a 9-inch height difference. You can see it very clearly, even though it's on the far side of the field. And Osborne not even looking. He's going to pull it down. And he's going to be over the first down yardage. Nice play as Osborne very, very quickly pulls it down. Maybe Stonebreaker, was a decoy out there. But 12 yards in a cloud of dust for the Tiger signal caller. And Osborne gets the line to gain exactly. And man, is he quick. When he steps on the gas, he is gone. So nice play call there as they send Stonebreaker up top. Maybe pull the attention of the defense up there. And nice blocking on the left side of that offensive line of the Tigers in particular, sealing off that side of the defense, and Osborne scampers for 12 and a first down. They got a false start on the left side. Don't think they saw it very close as Garrett, that's Joel Garrett, maybe a yard. 10 carries, 28 yards. Second down and 9 at the Cardinal 46. Clock continues to run, 20 seconds left here in the third. Very quick game. A lot of this game has been played inside the boundaries and running the ball. And so when you have that, you have a very quick football game. And so we're almost to the fourth quarter here on the First National Bank scoreboard. Versailles, one more play before the quarter as Osborne looks over, 2-1 and 0. So we got triple zeros on the First National Bank scoreboard. And man, we got a good one. Versailles driving in Cardinal territory. Second down and 9 when we come back on NKTelco Sports.
At Wilson Health, we're extending care beyond the walls of the hospital with resources designed to keep you in charge of your health.
Our independence and connection to the community are unique in a world where big healthcare strives to act like corporations.
Our tools may be the same, but we are different.
We're neighbors, friends, and family who truly care about the people who live here.
We call it caring without limits, and it's just the beginning of a whole new Wilson Health.
We are back. Thank you for joining us. Scott Fry here with you. High school football Friday Night Lights, week 4, second week of Midwest Athletic Conference play, and you're not seeing things. The Tigers are headed west. Second down and 9 now. Osborne back to pass. Got an outlet man in the flat. He's looking downfield. Crowd not happy with what they believe to be some holds. And ultimately downfield, he hits the tight end, Ethan Stover, I believe.
Osborne's pass is complete to number 9.
Oh, it's complete to the back. Excuse me, Joel Garrett. Gain of 6 on the play. That brings up third down and 4. So Joel Garrett with his second reception. So third down and 4 as the Cardinal faithful now making some noise, trying to get a stop as Versailles wants to keep this drive alive. Osborne under center. Garrett hammered in the backfield. He's going to be just short, but he fell forward about 3 yards. Cardinals had him. And Garrett is no easy tackle. They're going to give him 2 yards on that. So 11 carries, 30 yards for Garrett, and here comes a big fourth down and 2. And you got to believe here Coach Jones going to go for this. The way this drive has been going, they've been opening some holes. Osborne, kind of like the Cardinals' Homan, looks to be a threat to score whenever he has the ball. Very, very sketchy runner, reads the defense well. So here we go now. Osborne in the shotgun. Garrett off his hip. He's going to roll left, looking downfield. Floats one out there to Greastorn, who slips and falls at the 34. And the ball sails harmlessly over his head. And the Cardinals, looks like I missed it, but listening to the PA, Mike Meyering saying the ball tipped at the line of scrimmage. That must be what caused Greastorn to have that little hitch there. And the ball goes, again, harmlessly to the turf. So 10:31 to go in the contest, and the Cardinals, big turnover on downs. Let's see if that's the momentum backbreaker they need, because 10:31, you know, if they can ground and pound here and start to run the clock, run the ball, maintain possession, punch one in, going to be tough on the Tigers. Teaming now in motion, little inside, little counterplay to Hunter Schaefer, picks his way for 7. Again, Hunter Schaefer, a very patient runner.
He'll pick up 8 on the play where he's brought down to number 13, Colton Groff. Be second and 3.
So Hunter Schaefer with a gain of 7 on that run. That was his 8th carry of the night, 51 yards. productive night. Holman's going to keep it over the right side. He's going to follow Schaefer, digging with those legs. And very close to a Cardinal first down. The near officials got him at about the 49, which is very close to the line to gain, and they're going to go ahead and call that a first down. So give him 3 yards. 19 carries, 86 yards on the night for David Holman. 1 touchdown. Hunter Schaefer with the other score for the Cardinals. Schaefer's got 51 yards on 8 carries. Cardinal passing game has come to life a little bit here in the second half. Holman 6 of 12 now for 63 yards passing. Aaron Tiemann, they're going to fake the jet sweep. Holman's going to kind of follow that in the B gap, and a nice job back there for Versailles by number 42. James Schmidtmeyer gets a hand on the jersey of Holman, which probably saved a few extra yards there. But again, you see the strength of David Holman as he still manages to pick up 5, and there's down to the Tiger 46 as the Cardinals break the huddle. In no hurry here, 23 seconds on the play clock. You got to believe the sideline is telling Holman, hey, slow this down. The pace on the opening drive of the second half, pretty quick for the Cardinals. Still 13 seconds on the play clock. Little quick hitter up the middle to Schaefer, and he's going to lose 2 as the interior of the Tiger defense says, I don't think so, Tim. And Mitchell Bay, number 53, the senior linebacker, in there with Braden Henry, number 24, the senior defensive back. So loss of 2 on the play for Schaefer. Takes him back under the century mark on the night for total yards, 49 yards now on 9 carries. Still, that's over 5 yards a carry. So if you're a Cardinal fan, you're saying, hey, feed the beast. Bombauer now in motion, going to go left side. Nice block by Hunter Schaefer, and Holman trying to take it left side, and holy cow! James Schmidtmeyer comes in there and drops Holman for a 5-yard loss on that sack. I think Schmidtmeyer may have been shot from a cannon, as what a timely sack by Schmidtmeyer as Holman loses 5. What a play. Left his feet, grabbed Holman, and the Cardinals are punting. Hayden Zeller is going to kick it away. And let's see, I don't see Plattfoot out there. Looks like they've got Ethan Stover and Osborne back to return this kick. I'm sure they'll kick away from Osborne. And that's number 4 back there to return the kick, Lane Bergman. So that tells me that Plattfoot, in fact, is unable to return to the game at this point, which is a tough blow for Versailles. Very, very fine athlete. And Versailles did take a precision strip timeout, so we're just going to keep it right here. 7:43 to go. Let me check the Little Blue Bird, see if I can get you a couple of real-time scores here on the Twitters. Looking around the MAC, still not seeing anything. Coldwater was up big. Marion Local was up big. Parkway was up 7 over St. Henry at the half. Minster was up 7 over Fort Recovery. So Versailles coming out of this precision strip timeout. They're going to send 2 guys back. That's Lane Bergman, the junior wideout defensive back in the program, and then Michael Osborne. And now we've got a penalty flag. So we'll see what this is all about. Here's our official. Penalty's going to go against Versailles. I'm not sure what that... Yeah, they must have had 12 guys in the huddle. Illegal substitution. So that's going to back up Versailles. Or going to advance Cardinals by 5 yards, excuse me. And I think Plattfoot is over on the right side as a gunner, so that's good to see. Yeah, he is. And they do kick it away from Osborne. Little risky fielding job there, but good job by Lane Bergman. And so now Versailles. Gut check time here for these offensive linemen, as Versailles needs to put together a drive, get down there and tie this up at 14. Right now they're down 14-7 on the First National Bank scoreboard, as they will start this drive. 7:37 to go in regulation. And Versailles has it 1st and 10 at their own 15, and it looks like Michael Osborne is going to continue to be at the quarterback position. He's under center. They go into an I formation. This is Joel Garrett and Coach Turner just doing a nice job of changing looks on offense, changing personnel. 2-yard gain there for Garrett. 32 yards on 12 carries. Looked like Carter Elking in on that stop for the Cardinals. 58-68 also Marcus Spielman, both seniors. A lot of seniors on this Cardinal roster. And now we'll get 2 receivers to the right. This is Bergman and Griesdorn, to the left. Both Garretts in the game at backs. Osborne rolling our direction. Looking downfield, Griesdorn unable to hang on to that out at about the 31. So that falls incomplete. So Osborne 2 of 4 for 18 yards throwing the ball. He's got 27 yards on 7 carries running the ball. So just talking with Scott Ward and the Tiger folks on the Versailles radio team, hoping to see Osborne with more touches in the second half. And that has happened. But the Cardinal defense has responded. Ethan Stover, now the tight end, number 7, going to line up in the slot with Bergman. And looks like Joel Garrett also in at receiver. And now Osborne with the design quarterback run up the middle. And he gets through the defense. And nice play. Very similar running to what you see from David Homan. And 17, 18, 19 yards later, big first down there for Versailles. 15 first downs on the night as Osborne gets the ball out to the 36. That play started at the 17, so nice play there. So we will have Bergman and Griesdorn to the left. One back in with the quarterback. That's Garrett. Now we're going to go down the right side. Aaron Tiemann's there with Stonebreaker. And that one falls incomplete.
Connor Stonebreaker, defending for the Cardinals, was number 1, Aaron Tiemann. Brings up
So they try that height mismatch, and Osborne just not able to get it to where Stonebreaker can make a play. But it's really good thinking there because you got to figure Stonebreaker's got a 9-inch height advantage over Aaron Tiemann, both of whom are used to going for jump balls on the basketball floor. But boy, with that kind of height advantage, if Osborne can just get it there. Now Osborne looking to his left, and he's got Bergman open in that Cardinal defense. And there's a 14-yard pitch and catch for a first down.
He's down at midfield for a Tiger first down.
Nice play right there. So 14-yard catch for Griesdorn. 2 catches, 26 yards now on the night. 3 of 6 passing by Osborne for 32 yards. Stonebreaker finishes the night passing 5 of 12 for 74. Both teams really a balanced attack on offense, mix of run and pass. 4 receivers in the pattern, plus Titus Garrett behind the left tackle. Fake the jet sweep, quarterback keeps it. Osborne, very nice play. And again, Osborne pulling a David Homan here as he runs for 11. And another Versailles first down, Aaron Tiemann on the stop. 9 carries, 60 yards for the Tiger signal caller. Now I can see why the radio guys for Versailles wanted to see him get the ball. Because right now, it is, if you're a Versailles Tiger, it is the Michael Osborne show. Very nice drive here they've got going on. 5:15 to go on the First National Bank scoreboard as Versailles now to the Cardinal 39. And the give is to Joel Garrett, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage and then powers forward and trucks over a couple Cardinals. And Versailles playing very inspired run game right now as Garrett runs for 7. And, man, he ran over 2 or 3 Cardinals on his way to that 7-yard gain. 13th carry, 39 yards, so just 3 yards on average, but that was a big one. Second down and a long 3, call it 4. They gave him 6. As Versailles not in any big hurry here, 17 on the play clock, 4.5 to go on the First National Bank game clock. Bergman wide right, Griesdorn wide left. Joel Garrett in the backfield, Titus behind the right tackle. Osborne's going to keep it. Cardinals got him hemmed in the middle. This will be minimal damage, maybe 3 yards.
He's brought down by number 74.
As Kelly Noah Kelly on the stop. Gain of 4 for Osborne. 64 yards on 10 carries, so simple math right there, almost 6.5 yards a carry. Good adjustment here by Coach Jones to get him in at quarterback. Like he's trying to get a hard count to get the Cardinals off sides, just 3rd and 2, and the Cardinals very disciplined, not having it. So they're going to need to run a play here as the play clock down to 10, 9, 8. And I formation to Garrett, and man, bang, he runs into Bombauer at the line to gain, and I think they're going to mark him right at the line to gain after a gain of 2 as Garrett and Dylan Bombauer collide. This has been a really great football game, very cleanly played, and that's going to be 2 yards and a first down for Joel Garrett. So Versailles continues to move the sticks here. This is their 7th first down of the second half, only their 2nd drive of the second half. The Cardinals' opening drive took a lot of time off the clock. And the official says wind that clock after the first down. 3:20 to go on the First National Bank scoreboard. Cardinals really looking to get a stop here as Versailles just 5 yards in a cloud of dust here as they go traditional I formation. Now Osborne back to pass out of this. And he's looking tipped right there. Nice defensive play for the Cardinals. Dylan Kramer, as he was trying to hit Greastorn. Now that was intended for Lane Bergman. I apologize, but important for the Cardinal fans is Dylan Kramer, the senior defensive back there, to tip that away. So incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10 now. Ball at the Cardinal 29. Nice defensive play right there for New Bremen. Both teams playing very good defense, very disciplined, very clean. Everybody doing their job, making plays. Been tough going on both offenses. Only 128 yards total offense for Versailles first half, 120 for the Cardinals. 2 receivers out, 1 left, 1 right. Osborne back to pass. Nice blocking up front by the Tiger lineman. And now the Cardinals got a couple guys loose as the backside of their defense plays coverage football, and Osborne throws it away. We'll see if they got him out of bounds before he threw it away. Looks like they did, so incomplete pass there by Osborne, very smartly throwing that away. 3 of 7 for 32 yards passing, and now the Cardinals force a 3rd and 10. 2:54 to go here. Versailles needs to get, this is obviously 4 down territory. They need to score, so they don't need to get 10 here. They'd like to, but they don't need 10 because they're down inside the 30. You know they're going to go for it on 4th if they don't get it. And again, Stonebreaker, watch that on the right side. See if Osborne tries to throw the jump ball. He's going to roll away from that to his left side. Blind side, Zeller almost gets there, and this one's overthrown to Bergman. Back there on defense for the Cardinals, that's 21, Troy Holman. So 4th and 10 now. Versailles has to get inside the 20 to about the 19. So this play right here is a big one. If the Cardinals can get this stop, they're going to take over on downs, and that'll be the 2nd drive in a row they've forced that, if they can do it. Versailles now looking to the sideline to get their play, as, again, Michael Osborne has come in to give this offense a spark here in the second half. Let's see if he can rally the Tigers to a 10-yard pickup here on 4th and 10. A lot of time on the clock, 2:48, so I'm not going to say this is ball game, but this is a big one. Osborne back to pass. He's going to pull it right down, and he's over the 30, 25, down to the 20. Very close, going to come to the spot. The official's streaking across at the 20. That puts him a yard short. The far line judge, he's on the 20. That's going to be a Cardinal first down. And it is, so the Cardinal faithful on their feet. The Cardinal defense has done the job on that play. Osborne scampers for 9, and he needed 10. 73 yards on 11 carries. Can't read my own writing here. Try to keep stats. 2:41 to go on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. So now Cardinals thinking, let's take our time here. Run the ball. Hang on to the ball. I think we're going to get a big dose of David Homan at this point. Number 5, the quarterback, signal caller. He has got Hunter Schaefer's loose. He's over the 30, 35, out over the 40 to the 39, So 19 yards for Hunter Schaefer. I was looking down. as he took off with the ball, trying to mark my stats here. So big Cardinal first down. That's going to stop the clock to move the chains. We'll see if they're going to call him out of bounds. I think they did. No, clock's running. 2:14 to go here on the First National Bank scoreboard. And again, 12 yards on that carry. That was a big one. So David Holman now in the shotgun. He's going to give it to Schaefer. Schaefer's going to bounce around. Ethan Stover's going to catch him, and Schaefer will fall forward to the line of scrimmage. No gain. 11 carries, 68 yards on the night, and timeout Versailles. 1:57 to go here on the First National Bank scoreboard as Versailles calls a precision strip timeout. And the Cardinal faithful getting pretty stoked here as Cardinals have only beaten the Versailles Tigers once since they've begun play together when Versailles entered the MAC a number of years ago. And that was 2 years ago as the Cardinals were on their way to their first football state title ever. They exercised some demons that year, and one of them was to beat these Versailles Tigers. And then last year, Versailles repaid the favor on the way to their state title, Division 5, and they beat the Cardinals in a good one down at Whole Field. Always a great place to go watch football. Man, you want to talk about some concessions. If I'm not mistaken, my favorite bratwursts reside in Versailles, Ohio, at Whole Field. I'm going to go out on a limb and say those are probably coming from Winners Meats in Osgood, which is a well-known suburb of Versailles. So second down and 10 here as the Cardinals looking to put this away. 1:57 to go here on the First National Bank scoreboard. Versailles has burned, I believe, 2 timeouts out of 3. Holman in the shotgun. He's got Schaefer off his left hip. And Holman's going to take it out the left side again. Use as much time as they can. Take time off the clock. Holman's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage. Gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up third down and 9. Holman now 87 yards on 23 carries. And you're going to get another precision strip timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it right here. What a great game tonight. Sure do appreciate you all hanging out with me. See if we can find some scores here for you. Parkway up 14-0 over St. Henry, 2:50 to go in that one. So the Panther faithful got to be jacked up for that. Final score up in Delphus, Marion Local 54, Delphus St. John's 0. Coldwater's leading Anna late 43-14. See if we can find a Minster Fort Recovery score. That was another close game. Elida is up big on Bath, 24-10. Haven't seen the Minster score. So the Cardinals now with third down and 9 would really like to get another first down here. 1:47 to go on the First National Bank scoreboard. Holman, little inside handoff to Hunter Schaefer. He's going to bull Titus Garrett out over the 45-yard line, and Schaefer's going to pick up 6. But important for the Tigers is the Cardinals are not going to get a first down here. So fourth down and 3, New Bremen's going to have to, I'm absolutely certain they're going to punt here to force Versailles into a long field. And Versailles already sending a man back to field that punt. Cardinals not showing punt yet. Their punter, Hayden Zeller, is not on the field. And I would guess New Bremen's going to let that clock run down, and then they'll burn a timeout here. 105, 104, play clock at 3, 2, 1. Timeout Cardinals with 1:01 to go here in the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. 14-7, New Bremen leads, and a lot on the line for this one, right? New Bremen, a D7 school, undefeated so far. They've got a win over D4 Bath, but Bath has gone on to struggle this season, so they're not going to pull a lot of computer points off of that one. Bath losing to Elida right now, so that's not going to improve anything for them that way. But if they can hang on here and pin Versailles and close this out on defense and get the win, Versailles is 3-0 now. They would be 3-1 with wins over Salina, Fort Loramie, and Delphus St. John's. Versailles is going to go on to win more games. So with them being D6, this could be a big computer point night for the Cardinals when it comes time to think about playoffs later this season. So, and then just the whole, we want to get as many MAC wins as we can because those aren't easy to collect for anybody in the conference. And now you see Cardinals in punt formation as they send Hayden Zeller to his own 33 and back to return for Versailles. They send Osborne and Bergman, and they switch sides. Let's see who they kick it to. Hayden Zeller is going to go the Osborne side. Very high punt. Cardinals right there, and boom, Nolan Kenning. And now they're going to call the Cardinals for kick interference, as they're going to say that they didn't give enough of a halo to the kick returner, Osborne. And so that's going to give Versailles some yardage. I don't know right off the top of my head how much yardage that is. It's a spot foul, of course. So they got down there and covered it well, but a little too well, perhaps. They were right in front of Osborne as he fielded that. I don't know if it's like a 2-yard halo he's got to be given or a 3. I didn't see him signal fair catch, and he tried to run it. They're calling interference on the Cardinals. So he's walking west, and that's 5 yards. That's 10 yards. He's walking with purpose. That's 15 yards, like a pass interference. I think the beef with the Cardinal fans is that the return man did not call for fair catch. I don't know the rules that intimately. I know in the higher leagues, you only get that protective halo when you call fair catch, and Osborne did not do that because he advanced the ball. So Osborne in the shotgun at his own 30, it doesn't matter. This is Stonebreaker at quarterback. He's back in. And that one behind the receiver, falling down is Peyton Plattfoot, getting up slow, very sore young man. He's had a busy night. That's going to go incomplete. Aaron Tiemann on defense, so 2nd down and 10 now. 6 of 12. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong stat sheet. My apologies. 6 of 13 for 74 yards for Stonebreaker. 2nd and 10 at their own 35. 4 receivers plus Titus Garrett in the backfield. This one is batted down at the line of scrimmage, and that is 58 Carter Elking. So again, the Cardinal defense making it tough here as time winding down in the 3rd. The clock stops on the incomplete pass. Aaron Tiemann saying, hey, Cardinal faithful, we need you to make some noise here, be disruptive. 3rd and 10, Versailles up against it with 43 ticks left on the clock here on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. As Versailles looking to get the right play in here. Now you see Osborne in the huddle. Osborne will go out to the left side with Plattfoot, who is very clearly limping. He's got Bergman inside slot on the hash as Osborne. Restoring right side, Stonebreaker back to pass. Cardinal rush is picked up by the Tigers. Plenty of time, right over the middle, tipped again, and into the hands of the Cardinals. And Hayden Zeller pulls it down. First and only turnover, and that's going to be a backbreaker for the Cardinals. How huge is that? The only turnover of the night comes off of a tipped pass, and that's the 3rd tipped pass I recall. As Hayden Zeller, right place, right time, tip drill. The linebacker in position to pull that down on the INT, and victory formation. And the Cardinals, with 30 seconds to go on the First National Bank scoreboard, will not have to take another snap. And they have just won a really big game for the program, for the computer points, for the season, for homecoming, for the MAC, as they stay alive and go 4 wins and no losses, 2 wins, no losses in the MAC, as they play a very competitive game with a very talented Versailles Tiger football team as they drop to 3-1. And wow, let's go ahead and take a quick break. I'm going to burn a precision strip timeout myself, collect my thoughts, collect my stats, and when we return, I will give you some final stats as to how we got here. But big win for Chris Schmidt and the Cardinals as they slam the door on Versailles' last chance here late, 14-7 here on NKTelco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We are certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Kemmler Orthopedic Center is focused on a personalized, caring approach to treat all aspects of orthopedics, including total joint replacement, shoulder reconstruction, stem cell injections, and more. Dr. James Kemmler and Jed Cooney, certified PA, are dedicated to providing the best orthopedic care in the Grand Lake region. Kemmler Orthopedic Center has offices located in Salina and Van Wert, along with extended evening hours. To schedule an appointment, call our office at 419-586-5760.
Welcome back to Cardinal Field, Cardinal Stadium here at New Bremen High School as the Cardinals lined up on the home sideline, catching the alma mater from Miss Rachel Roble and the Cardinal Marching Band as they are victorious tonight. And as I'm giving stats, they're going to head out to the field for their post-game discussion with the coaching staff. And what an entertaining football game. Boy, oh boy. 14-7 is your final on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Let's talk about the Versailles Tigers here statistically. 139 yards gained on the ground, 106 through the air. 2 quarterbacks throwing the ball, 6 of 13 passing for Connor Stonebreaker, 74 yards. And then 3 of 7 passing for 32 yards for Michael Osborne. 55 yards on 3 catches for Peyton Platfoot, 2 catches by Greasdorn, A.J. Greasdorn, for 26 yards. Joel Garrett, 12 yards on 2 catches. Michael Osborne, 1 catch for 13 yards. 18 first downs, 4 punts for the Tigers. I've got them registered for a sack and 4 penalties. So a pretty darn cleanly played game, both sides. I got just 2 penalties against the Cardinals, 1 in each half. So very impressive from that regard as well, as you see the Cardinals meeting down there to discuss their victory. On the Cardinals side of the ledger, the ground game was really the difference, and David Holman, again, a big part of that. 23 carries, 87 yards for the quarterback, 12 carries, 74 yards for the senior Hunter Schaefer, 172 yards total on the ground for the Cardinals, 63 yards passing on 6 of 12 from Holman. Dylan Bombauer with 3 receptions for 22 yards. Cardinals amassed 15 first downs, very important, no turnovers. 3 tipped passes on defense, 4 sacks on defense for the Cardinals. 2 penalties for a total of 25 yards, so very cleanly played right there. Tail of the game, really. Opening drive, Cardinals take it for a 7-0 score off of Hunter Schaefer's 12-yard run, and then Versailles answers with a second quarter touchdown after punting 3 times, and then finally on their 4th drive, that score, Michael Osborne tallies from 1 yard out, 7-7 at 4:23 to go before half, and that's our halftime score. Opening drive of the second half, Cardinals just take it down the field very methodically. Again, nice run-pass balance on that drive, and David Holman from 1 yard out, 14-7 with 5:54 to go, so they burn, almost 6 minutes off the clock, half the third quarter, controlling that. And then Versailles, get this, on their 3 drives in the second half, which is alone is kind of crazy. They only had the ball 3 times. Their first drive of the half ended on a turnover on downs, just 10:23 to go, just into the 4th quarter. Their next drive, with 2:41 to go in the 4th quarter, a big 4th down stop for the Cardinals as Osborne came up a yard shy on a 9-yard run. That was turned over on downs. Then the Cardinals end up having to punt it away as Versailles thinking, okay, we've got a chance here. And then the Cardinals interfere with the punt return and 15 yards. So Versailles all of a sudden with some field position at about their 35, 40-yard line. And then third play of that drive, after a couple of incomplete passes, Stonebreaker throws one over the middle. It is tipped by Evan Eyink into the waiting arms of Hayden Zeller for the Cardinal defense to slam the door with about 35 seconds or so on the game clock, which enabled them to then take the final knee and win in victory formation. So very impressive game played by both sides. It's a shame one team has to lose, but that's how it goes in high school football. So the Cardinals will move on to 4 wins, no losses, undefeated in the MAC, undefeated overall. Versailles, in a tight one, ends up now they are 3-1, their first conference loss. So a lot of playoff point implications, MAC implications as this one wraps up. Again, the final score, New Bremen 14-7 on the Think First National Bank scoreboard. One more piece of business we want to do here before we send things home as you hear the victory bell being rung in the background here in New Bremen, and that is the NKTelco Player of the Game. We always like to recognize a standout player from one of our NKTelco schools. And this time I'm going to go defense tonight as Evan Iyink, the senior linebacker, had a sack and at least 2 tip passes I'm aware of. The second tip pass was tipped back to Hayden Zeller for the game-ending turnover, only turnover of the night for either team. So your NKTelco player of the game, congratulations to the senior linebacker from New Bremen. He wears number 56, missed most of football season last year with a knee injury. Happy to see him back out there doing it. So congratulations, Evan Iyink, Chris Schmidt, and the New Bremen Cardinals as you go to 4-0 with a big win over MAC rival Versailles, 14-7 here on NKTelco Sports.